Carrie with Noteful Living. I'm going to give you a full garden tour today. Okay, so behind me is we have 4 raised garden beds. We put these in last year and I'm really happy how they turned out, but I have a little bit more work to do in them, so I'll show you what I've got planted. So this first bed, there's lovage and chives, spaghetti squash, and rhubarb. Now I gotta move the lovage, but I'm happy that I've got my spaghetti squash coming back. There's a big one there. And I've had a ton of rhubarb this year, so I've been having smoothies and making muffins and making compote. It's been a lot of fun. I have some stragglers of white onions. I've never done cucumbers before, that's new. Lots of lettuce. My parsley is bolting like crazy. Yeah, over here is romaine, and I'm happy that it keeps growing back for me after I cut it, so that's been great. Lots of salads. My garlic, I'm very aware, needs to be harvested. That's coming up here shortly. And these are my pole beans. I get lots of beans off of this, a big harvest. And in my last bed over here, there is a ton of strawberries. We actually had a decent harvest this year, and I've got my kale. Okay, so behind me, I actually am planning, one thing I'm not doing yet, this is kind of something I've been building on. I've been working more on the beds and getting like growing vegetables and that sort of thing, but behind me where the pumpkins are, I have cages on them because of our puppy. She likes to play and dig in this area. You can kind of see that behind me. This is going to be my compost area, so that'll be a project that I'll be working on, and you'll see a video on that one soon. Alright, so another walkthrough coming the other way. There's the strawberries again. I actually still have a few coming through, and then here's the beans from the other side. I realized I had a huge weed in there the other day that I didn't see. And then, yeah, here's my beds again. Really happy with this. Previously I had a full-size garden here and it just wasn't working here anymore. So here it is. Alright, so there's my raised beds behind me. I'm going to just take you into a little patio area. I actually first started gardening with container gardening in our townhouse on a little patio space. So this is our little patio space that I have here with some container gardens. Okay, so if you're wondering, this oregano, my neighbor gave it to me, so I just have it in a random pot. We're looking forward to getting these hot peppers. We can can them. And I've just got a couple other containers in here. And yes, I have scented geraniums in there. Anyway, so over here I've also got my second hanging basket. And then over here, excuse me a minute. Over here, this is my greenhouse. So yes, I have snap peas in here. This was kind of an experiment. And I actually have green beans. Let me show you something. Actually getting green beans. There he is. So, turned out to be not so bad. Excuse the construction zone, that's all left over from our reno. And then, yeah, I have to put these in pots. I found out that the compost that we put in here had dog poop in it from the previous owners, so that's a big no-go. Anyways, I made a video on stringing tomatoes. Mine are strung all the way from the bottom on the base. Apparently I wasn't clear on that. So I've tied mine. It's hard to show you. Hard to find one. I've strung mine on the bottom like this, and then I weaved it all the way up, and then strung it up on the top there. So anyhow, that's been my tomatoes, and that's been really great. So I've got beefsteak over there, and then Roma, so I can make some pasta sauce. And then I'm actually loving that view from our greenhouse. So there's the patio again, and then that's the greenhouse attached to our house. Look at the windows wide open there. This garden behind me is a very special garden. I've shared a little bit about this on my blog. This is a memorial garden. We lost our second pregnancy at 17 weeks. So this is her garden. Her name's Gloria, so this is Gloria's garden. And we have a little trike in here. You can see that behind me. Anyways, so the kids kind of come in here and they help me plant and that sort of thing. They help also in the garden and everything, but this is her garden, and I hope one day to expand more on this. You can kind of see further back that we've extended it, and there's still some like yard fence stuff to do. But anyway, so this is her garden. We've got a sunflowers in here, lots of Shasta daisies. There's a dahlia that's coming up. These peonies are actually white, but they're really fussy, and they don't want to bloom right now because I moved them 2 years ago, 1 year ago. Anyways, more Shasta daisies. There's a little dove. Dove is a reminder of hope. So that one's in here. That was actually my grandfather's garden. And then a friend of mine gave me that plant there, and that's the little trike. So there's more. Got another dahlia coming in here. I like to have more cut flowers in here eventually. We recently got these hydrangeas. Look how pink this is. It's really pretty. Anyhow, so this is the new extension that we just created. It still needs some work, but I'm gonna give you just some highlights from my front garden. I don't spend a lot of time out there. I would like it to be better, but as you can see, I spend a lot of time in my backyard. So this is where I can have a vegetable garden and a cut flower garden and like a memorial garden and a greenhouse. So I spend a lot of time back out here, but I will show you the front. These guys are on their way out. All my peony pictures come from these plants here. And then I have some really nice roses that have been blooming. I like to make bouquets out of these, but my allergies have been ridiculous this year, so. Hey, I hope you enjoyed the little tour that I have. I've always had the lifetime goal of being able to grow our own vegetables and not have to like be able to can and preserve and that sort of thing, and not have to rely necessarily on the grocery stores. So anyhow, I also want my family to have a healthier life. So behind me is the kids' play area, and I want to expand more garden beds over there. There's actually a ton of space for it, and I want to start doing the Eden garden method. And I've recently been learning about it, but you know what? I've already been kind of doing it on my property. You can see some of my beds have mulch on them. And then behind me, the kids' play area actually is covered in bark mulch that's already been broken down, and it's pretty much dirt already. So I already kind of have the process starting here, and so I'm just gonna move all of that over. I gotta clean up more stuff over there, but I will share the process of that in another video. And like I said, I'm gonna be building a free DIY compost bin, so you'll get to see that. If you like things for free, you want to do things yourself, then follow along. That is, I guess, the conclusion of our video, and other videos to anticipate. If there's something that you saw in my garden that you want me to cover, please do. Please let me know. I get questions all the time about gardening. I still find myself to be a beginner gardener, but I don't know. You can let me know what you think. I guess I'm more of an intermediate at this point.